Day 8 of 31-day challenge, May 8th, 2022. I was pondering on the question, how could it turn out even better than I can imagine or plan? Question that I had learned from Access Consciousness. The idea is to place a question to your subconscious mind, to your higher self, and allow it to come up with an answer. I had asked that question in relation to something else that I'm working on, another project that I'm involved with. And the idea there was to ask a question and allow the answer to come through a song. Well, no sooner had I asked the question, a song that I had heard popped in my head, which said, "Gratitude is the key." So there was my answer, but that wasn't the epiphany that I'm talking about. I still had the question playing in the back of my head because I was hoping to hear the answer from actually hearing a song. In other words, hearing the song by my ears rather than in my head. And during the day, I took a nap. And as I took a nap, I don't know if it was during the nap or after the nap because I know I was awakened from the nap by a phone call. So it was definitely not immediately after the nap or as the end of the nap. But somehow I had an epiphany. I think it was during the nap. Uh, I have been lately having maybe lucid dreaming where I'm aware of the fact that I am dreaming, but at the same time, I am aware of what is going on in the dream. And in one of those states, I realize the answer to the question. And the epiphany was if I keep telling myself the same story, I'm going to keep getting the same results in my life. And one of the stories that I have been telling myself is that, well, that's just not me. In other words, I, while I talked about change and wanting to change and changing and maybe changing a little bit here and there, I was flat out telling myself that I'm not going to change in ways that are substantial because the story I'm telling myself is then I won't be myself. And that's something that I'm not willing to do. Well, I can't be anyone but myself. So if I keep telling the same story, if I keep telling me the story, well, that's just not me because if I change, it won't be me. Well, yes, it'll still be me. It will be a different me and most likely a better me that would produce different results and most likely better results. So the next time you feel resistance to change, maybe remind yourself that changing your behavior does not change who you are. It just changes the way you act and therefore get the results that you are getting. So if you want to get different results from what you have been getting, then you need to act differently than what you have been acting as. If you do the same thing, you get the same results, plain and simple. And no, Changing your behavior does not change who you are. It just changes your results that you are getting, and it changes your life in in a way that is different than what it is now. And isn't that eventually the goal? Yes, it is. So have a pleasant day, and I will talk to you tomorrow.